Welcome to Contractor Coach AI, the podcast where construction meets cutting-edge efficiency. Join Frank and Maya as they break down how virtual assistants and AI tools can transform your business from chaotic to streamlined. This show is presented by VAs for Construction, your partner in building smarter, not harder. Visit www.vasforconstruction.com to learn more.
Today, we're digging into a really common headache for contractors, those hidden pressures,
Yeah,
the ones that can seriously cost you.
that's right.
And we're focusing on one specific pain point based on the prep notes you shared with us,
Yeah,
the agony and the actual cost of missing bid deadlines.
it's a big one.
Yeah.
And it often seems like, oh, just a small slip up, a few hours late, right? But the financial hit and the damage to your reputation, it can be massive,
Yeah.
really massive.
Yeah, I saw that in the reference docs. Let's talk about that specific story. A contractor losing out on, what was it, $180,000?
$180,000, yeah.
Yeah.
All because the bid went in just 3 hours past the deadline.
3 hours.
Ah.
Wow. What happened there?
Well, it was kind of a perfect storm situation. A concrete emergency blew up on a completely different site. Required immediate, all-hands-on-deck attention. So the contractor, who'd been prepping this bid all week, got completely pulled away right when it mattered most. Total focus shift.
And you can almost hear the contractor thinking, well, emergencies happen. That's part of the job, right?
Exactly. That's the typical reaction. But is the emergency really the root cause here?
You think there's something else?
I do. The real issue, I think, isn't the emergency itself. It's that for so many contractors, the bid tracking, the deadlines, it all just, it lives in your head. Or maybe on a static calendar, you don't check when things go sideways.
Right. So when chaos hits, that whole system just collapses.
Precisely. You're not exactly checking your Outlook calendar when you're, knee-deep trying to sort out a concrete disaster.
And beyond losing that specific $180 job, which is bad enough, there's the reputation hit, isn't there?
Oh, absolutely. Clients start thinking, okay, if this guy can't even hit a bid deadline, can we actually count on him to hit our critical project deadlines?
Yeah, it's like showing up late for your first day. Not a good look.
It really isn't. And this leads to something else, kind of a hidden financial drain. Contractors actually start passing on potentially really profitable bids just because the deadlines look tight.
Really? Out of fear?
Yeah, fear of missing them, fear of another disaster pulling them away. So they're basically just, leaving money on the table because they're anxious about the deadline itself.
Okay, so that's the problem laid bare. Bids getting lost in the shuffle, costing money and reputation. What's the practical fix here? How do you protect yourself?
Right, the solution. This is where having a virtual assistant, a VA, can be a game changer. Think of them as your dedicated bid calendar guardian.
Guardian, I like that. But what do they actually do? They're not writing the bid, right?
No, definitely not. The content, the estimating, the strategy, that's still all your expertise. The VA's job is purely about managing the process of submission, making absolutely sure it gets out the door on time, every single time, no exceptions.
So how does that work in practice, like day-to-day for a busy contractor?
It's usually set up as a kind of 3-layer system. Layer 1 is all about escalating alerts.
Alerts?
Yeah, the VA sets up multiple reminders for every single bid deadline. Think 72 hours out, 24 hours, 4 hours, even 1 hour before it's due.
Multiple alerts make sense.
Yeah.
You're running between sites. You might miss one email or notification.
Exactly. You're rarely just sitting at a desk waiting. So multiple pings increase the chance you see it. But that brings us to layer 2.
Which is?
The handoff protocol. And this tackles that key skepticism head on.
Okay, yeah, let's unpack that.
Yeah.
Because I can hear someone thinking, right, alerts are fine, but what if I am dealing with that concrete emergency? What if I'm literally ignoring all my alerts because my hair's on fire?
Great question. That's the core challenge, isn't it?
Yeah.
So here's the rebuttal. At the 4-hour mark, the VA doesn't just send another reminder. They shift gears.
How so?
They actively take possession of the bid. They need to have access to your basically finalized proposal, the login details for the submission portal, whatever's needed.
Yeah.
And they have clear instructions. If you don't hear back from the contractor within the next 2 hours, so by the 2-hour mark, you submit this bid.
Wow, okay, so they actually hit send for you.
Yes, if needed. Now, they're trained, of course, to know the difference between a bid that's genuinely ready to go versus one that obviously needs, last-minute critical input. But the point is, the default becomes submission, not silence.
That's a significant safety net.
It is. Even if you're completely swamped and offline, the bid still goes in.
Okay, that covers the submission itself. What's layer 3?
Layer 3 is follow-up. Simple but crucial. The VA confirms the submission went through successfully.
Checks for confirmation emails, that sort of thing.
Exactly. Tracks the receipt. And importantly, they alert you immediately if there are any technical glitches on the client's end or if the client has instant questions.
So they're kind of closing the loop.
Right. And over time, the VA learns your patterns, your workflow. They essentially protect you from what you might call deadline paralysis. Or, frankly, sometimes they protect you from yourself.
Yeah, I can see that. That tendency to maybe put off the final click.
We all do it. So instead of stressing, you just get a simple text message, Riverside bid submitted successfully at 10:47 a.m. Done.
And that frees you up mentally and physically to handle the actual job site crises without, accidentally creating a new crisis by missing a deadline.
Precisely. Focus where it's needed most.
So wrapping this up then, what does this all really mean for you, the listener, running your contracting business?
I think the main takeaway is this. Missing bid deadlines. It's not just about that one job you lost. It runs deeper. It's fundamentally about your reputation.
Your reliability.
Exactly. Your reputation as a contractor who delivers, who's on time. That impacts all your future opportunities.
Okay, so here's a clear, actionable step you can take, like right now.
Yeah.
For your very next 3 bids, try this out. Assign the deadlines and those handoff instructions to a VA. Test the system. See how it feels when the stakes are maybe a bit lower than 180K.
That's a great way to start. Pilot it.
Just see how it works for your business.
And maybe a final thought to leave you with. Imagine being able to confidently say yes to those profitable jobs with tight deadlines that maybe you used to shy away from. Imagine dealing with the next concrete emergency or whatever crisis pops up without that gnawing stress in the back of your mind that you might also be losing a 6-figure contract because of it. That's real freedom, isn't it?
Thanks for tuning in to Contractor Coach AI. Ready to get your time back and scale your business? Visit www.vas4construction.com to learn how virtual assistants can handle the tasks that keep you from the work you love. See you in the next episode.